Incorrect password?
Oh, we went to Disney
Well, we do have it eventually.
for Samantha's birthday.
You took them to Disney.
Yeah, all of them. For Samantha's birthday. Oh my god.
You know that.
Had a blast.
Oh my god.
That's what you do. It's a county.
She dressed up in the princess and amazing.
Adorable.
That's right.
Yeah.
It goes
Amazing time, amazing
goes
time.
down the turnpike to 25th and then it hits
There you go.
25th all the way to 127. Then it goes down.
Okay, wait, it's not working.
No, because we're talking about the turnpike.
COSW. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay.
Well, yeah.
COSW 1717 and then
Hey.
this. Oh,
Hey.
okay. Yeah. It should, yeah. Okay, so now I can go online.
Carmen, está abierto el micrófono. El micrófono que está abierto.
Probably because I need access when I'm here.
¿Lo hizo?
This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, this is preventing my cop.
I didn't get any handout from anything.
No, I just got my handout right now, but they're gonna give it away. I mean, on this.
$4,000 for food delivered.
Right. Give me the handout so I can give it to Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Today? I do it?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I'm gonna give it to. That's what it is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one. Oh, you got it? Yeah, oh, you don't have it.
Well, they don't have any. I'll give mine to them.
Yeah, everybody has your handout.
Thank you.
Huh?
I have one.
Thank you, Easy.
No, it's not working. Oh, okay.
Really short.
Thank you, sir.
Good.
Regular commission meeting. Meeting date, Monday, November 23rd, 2020 at 8 p.m. Commission Chambers, 500 Southwest 109 Avenue. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Clerk will note the absence of Mayor Lopez.
Okay, but please stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, God, for having created us and giving us to each other in the human family. Thank you for being with us in all our joys and sorrows, for your comfort in our sadness, your companionship in our loneliness. Thank you for yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and for the whole of our lives. Thank you for our friends, for health, and for grace. May we live this and every day conscious of all that has been given to us. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Special presentation? Anybody? Presentation of Employee of the Month Award. Presentation of the Officer of the Month Award.
We're going to defer.
Okay. Reports of officer, boards, and committees?
No.
No? Addition and deletion to the agenda?
No.
Nothing? Petition, communication, remonstrances?
No.
No? Okay, staff items. Selection of commissioner for vacant seat, city attorney.
So, as you know, we have a vacancy in the seat for, because of Commissioner Borrero, who was recently elected as the state representative. And today, we open up the floor for nominations to fill in that seat. So, Madam President, I mean, it's...
Are we gonna do it the same way we did last time?
Yeah, so so the idea would be for a person to get nominated. If he gets nominated, that's it. No one else needs to nominate him. After everyone has gone through and you're gonna open nominations. Then you're
Okay.
gonna close, nominate. Everybody gets a chance at nominating, and
Nominations open.
then okay.
Roll call, Madam Clerk. Start with Commissioner
Yes.
Jose
Yes.
I mean,
Commissioner Joniel Diaz?
Diaz.
Pass.
Pass. Commissioner Rey?
Pass.
Everybody's passing.
Commissioner Saul Diaz?
Yeah, I don't have anybody right now. I will pass.
Pass. Commissioner Ruiz?
I'd like to nominate a concerned resident of the city of Sweetwater, also a firefighter, a really decent person, and it's gonna be Mr. Jose Marti.
Jose Marti.
Wow. Okay.
Commissioner Villanueva?
That's a very good pick. I get along with Captain Marti very well, but I'm a man of my word, and when I give my word, I have to keep it. There's a resident who's here present today. She is a resident of over 20 years. She grew up in the city of Sweetwater, went to Sweetwater Elementary, went to Ruben Dario, went to Coral Park Senior High School, went to FIU, got her bachelor's degree, got her MBA, her master's in business from FIU. She's been coming to the meetings all throughout COVID. She's helped us out at every single food distribution. She's helped us to, distribute over 35,000 boxes of food. Before I mention her name, I actually want to nominate Isolina Maroño, but the residents have spoken about her, and for people that know me, know that I love Isolina Maroño more than anything in the world. But I think it's time for some new blood. So my nomination is Betty Vasquez.
Okay,
I'm
then
gonna
you
start
roll
by-
call again,
yes.
start all over.
Commissioner.
What about you? Did she pick?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, you need to,
pass.
yeah. Do you have a nomination?
Yeah,
What should be the last one?
Yeah. If she has a nomination, she can.
Mr. Marti also.
Marti as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Before you, so everybody's had an opportunity to nominations to nominate.
Right,
Are
right.
nominations now closed?
Mhm.
You want to close them?
I have to continue the commissioners that passed.
Yeah, they have to, the ones that didn't say anybody.
No.
No,
We're
gonna
they
vote
don't
it.
have to. They
That's
don't,
not true. We can
no,
vote
this
on-
is
we
not.
can
We're
vote
not
on
voting.
nominations.
We're nominating.
Okay.
We're nominating right now.
Right, we're
Okay.
nominating. If they don't have someone, they don't have someone.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Nominations closed.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, to the chair.
Yes.
So right now, we got two candidates, right?
We have
Correct.
to.
We got Betty Valdez and Jose Marti.
And Jose
Correct.
Marti. Mhm.
Okay, So we have to pick him, those two, we can pass?
No, you can vote. They would need to get 4 votes.
Okay.
The other thing, if you'd like, what has traditionally been done is to hear from, if you'd like to hear from them.
Okay.
Because maybe some of you aren't familiar with some of them. If the chair, if Madam President wants to do that, we can do that. If not, we can go straight to voting.
Does everybody knows who the 2 persons that been nominated? Any of the
Through the chair.
commissioner would like to hear from them?
I would like to actually hear from both of them.
Okay.
So
Mr.
would I.
Marti, can you come over?
Those are some funky shoes, man.
Thank you. Good evening, Jose Marti, 10218 Southwest 3rd, Sweetwater, Florida. I've been a resident here for 41 years. I met most of you out on the campaign trail the last election. Walked the city probably 15 times myself and my loyal soldier, my wife right there. It's an honor to even be nominated, and I look forward to providing guidance and leadership, not only to the residents, but hopefully we can do the right thing for our community. I also hold a master's degree, and I've been a captain at the fire department for 29 years.
That's it?
Is that enough? Any questions?
Is that all?
Any question from the commissioners?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service, Captain.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Betty Vasquez, 227 Southwest 103rd Avenue, 33174. I have been blessed with many opportunities growing up in Sweetwater, and now, as COVID hit, is my duty now to look forward to helping the community out, helping the residents out. I look forward to making the city prosper. I'm here for the growth of the city, improve the quality of life, and more importantly, serve the community, serve the residents. I'm thankful that I have a great job with Baptist Health South Florida. I've learned a lot throughout my corporate years there. I have learned a lot through school. I'm always excelling, always looking forward to new opportunities to learn, and I want to use that to help improve this city and make it prosper for the future. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Any
Betty.
question from the commissioners to her?
Betty, thank you. I really appreciate what you've been doing lately. I mean, outstanding job. I'm
Thank
really
you.
looking forward to work with you in the future because you're doing an outstanding job from the bottom of your heart. You've been really honest with us, and you've been helping along the way with COVID and everything, on the food distributions and everything. So I really thank you for that.
Thank you, Commissioner Reese.
Okay, Mr. Attorney, well,
So now at this point, since we've heard from them, we can do a roll call as to voting. Now we're going to actually vote for the commissioner, and that commissioner would need to receive 4 votes.
okay.
That proposed commissioner.
Madam Clerk, could you have a roll call now?
Yes. Commissioner Ray,
I'm going to say Jose Marti.
Commissioner Saul Diaz,
I'm gonna go with Jose Marti.
Commissioner Reese.
Jose Marti.
Marti. Commissioner Villanueva,
Well, I know that Captain Marti is going to be named. Congratulations, sir. But my pick is still for Betty Vasquez.
Commissioner Joniel Diaz,
Welcome, Captain, to the commission, but I would like Betty Vasquez to be my vote.
and President Holt Alonso.
Commissioner Marti.
Marti.
Yeah, maybe that's 4, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations, Mr. Martin.
Okay, consideration of mayor's veto of resolution 4648. A resolution of the Sweetwater City Commission directing the mayor to implement a citywide utility improvement extending gas main into the city of Sweetwater and provided for an effective date. Mayor Lopez. So you read the veto message that the mayor sent us?
Through the chair.
Yes.
Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I met with the mayor and the staff on references. I think, well, Junia was the one that brought it up. My vote was yes, 100% to do this. Once I talked to the mayor and staff and I don't think we have any money for this. I don't think there was any, I mean, it says here implement. And I don't know where we're gonna get the money from. Junior, did you follow that before brought it up to the commission?
It's simple. We put teeth into the resolution because every time that we've requested the mayor to do anything, he kicks the can down the road, nothing gets done, and that's it. So we told him he's got 90 days to basically give us a plan, right? And it had to go into implementation within the year. Why did I put a year? Because it was right around budget time, so we'd be able to budget for it in the next fiscal year. So this whole, oh, we don't have money for it now, that's a cop-out. That's shameful, because this is something that's gonna better the residents' lives. It can increase quality of life. It could be a reduction of burden on them, because guess what? If the gas companies wanna come in here and gas is a lot cheaper than electricity,
Yep.
and everybody knows how expensive FPL is lately, it's a burden that we're reducing on the residents. So for him to say, oh, let me read his letter here, because I don't wanna put words in his mouth. Is this project necessary? We do not know. I have talked to the residents and they told me that they want it, so yes. Is the project cost effective? We do not know. Of course he doesn't. He hasn't done anything to see if it's viable. What even actually constitutes cost effectiveness? We do not know. Again, it sounds like staff does not want to do their jobs. They do not want to reach out to the utility companies. They do not want to see the utility companies are willing to put in the work to bring in the mains into the city. So what does that leave us with? We don't know, and that's going to be acceptable to the residents? I say you guys shoot this veto down. I mean, it's something that we want.
I actually did some homework also as well. I went around, spoke to a few others. Not that it's a bad idea. I'm with that idea. It's good and everything. I did also speak with a few tenants because some of them weren't homeowners. I asked to have the information of their homeowner. I spoke to them. A few of them told me, oh, it'll be a good idea. I really don't care for it. And some of them told me, oh, maybe if you guys do it, I'll, be more. And then someone told me that they were construction also, and they told me that they wouldn't do it now just because of how much it would cost them to actually put gas in their home.
Connected.
Like they'll have to switch out their stove to gas. It's not. Again, if it's there, obviously we all want it. I saw also how much it would cost to plan it out. Obviously, it's a great plan.
Yep.
It's just about $83,000 that I saw that someone gave me. I mean, obviously, we'll have to look to see if there's someone else that will give us a better price to do a blueprint on it or a study onto it. But I did go around in the few days that I had. I want to say I worked at it like about 3-4 days. Skipped a few houses just to scramble it, and a few told me I just want to see how many of them really want it, because it's a big cost. And a lot of people came, oh, pero más construcción, more construction, breaking the streets. And again, I'm with the gas, it's fine. A lot of people, the danger of it. I don't think there's a lot of technology now people don't have to be scared of. So that's one of the biggest things. So, I mean, it's just comes down to see how much how many residents want it, and see if it's going to be for the future a plus.
So now I'm sorry, through the chair.
Yes.
So now I'm going to switch gears. I talked about how it benefits the residents. So let's talk about how it benefits the city as a whole. Has anybody heard of franchise fees?
Yep.
That's a lot of money that we generate for the city with franchise fees.
Yep.
So if we can make this happen, if the staff actually does their job, this could help us financially. And it brings a lot of franchise fees that we can use to better the city as a whole, which in turn helps out the residents. I mean, this is when you talk about like slam dunk type like legislation, here it is.
Okay. Anyone else?
Through the chair.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam President. To my colleagues in the commission, this is a perfect example of a grand slam piece of legislation. When the Commissioner Joel Diaz presented this piece of legislation, everybody was on board. It was a phenomenal idea. As far as the franchise fees are concerned, the franchise fees cover the actual cost of implementation. Not to mention, this is a reoccurring ingress of money every single year. So we're talking about capitalizing on efficiency in government, giving our residents an option, and increasing revenue without raising taxes. Those are three key points, and I think everyone here has that same foundation: efficiency in government, keeping taxes low. This is a no-brainer, but I will tell you what the underlying issue is. Commissioner Joniel Diaz can present the cure for cancer, and Mayor Orlando Lopez will find a way to say it's bad. So let's put on our big boy and big girl pants, and let's support our colleague, and let's stop playing games. I'm a perfect example where I don't like the mayor. Everyone knows I can't stand him. But if he presents something that is good and efficient, I vote yes. And 90% of the time, I have voted in favor of his legislation. This is good legislation, folks. So please do me a favor, reconsider. If you're considering siding with the mayor on this, please reconsider your decision and support our colleague, because as far as Joniel is concerned, he's a construction expert. He's a freaking engineer. He knows what he's talking about. I don't know anything about this stuff. All I do is research, just like you guys. With that, I yield.
To the chair.
Okay.
Yeah, Juliet, this is a great idea. I'm on the field, and this is the future gas. I'm with you 100% on this. But if we don't have the money to do it, it costs a lot of money. The only gas line that we got here is from 109.
And 107.
We don't have one on 107. It's gonna cost a lot of money. We don't have it.
I'm pretty sure we have it on 107.
Well, we don't have it to do it right now. That's what they show me on black and white.
I'll call DOT and I'll present you the gas main.
I was gonna say to share. Everybody's talking about money. Do we actually know how much money it's gonna cost the city?
We don't.
That's what we asked.
Is there any way you can come up with some money? I mean, that actual information, so you can.
Listen, I've done my homework. It's up to the administration now to do their homework and tell us what it's going to cost us. And I can tell you something, most of the time, a lot of these companies, they go ahead and they put the money up front and they collect on their monthly payments.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they do it. So it can be this entire operation gets done, installed, and they collect on the back end of it. Same thing, think about the traffic cameras. Same thing, they fronted the money and we're paying them back. A lot of these companies all do that. So it'll probably cost us zero. There's grant money that's also attached to it.
Probably, we don't know for
And
sure.
franchise fees, that's a recurring cost where we're gonna recover funds for sure.
Okay.
Is there any way you can do that job? You can find out the amount of money that we need. I know you're requesting the administration.
That's their job to do it.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you out on this one, bro. If you can give us more details, that's my point. I'm not talking about on nobody's behalf here. I'm talking about myself. If the administration is not doing anything, can you do it?
Good point. Why? I legislate. They're supposed to carry out what we legislate. Correct? The residents want it. Why isn't the administration doing it?
Well, you don't know if they want it. There's a lot of people.
Well, I
out
have
there-
spoken to them. I'm not going to say that 100% of the residents want it.
Like I
No,
s-
No,
like I said,
there's an actual amount of residents care of gas.
Can we go through the chair if you don't
Yeah.
mind?
All right.
Just to be.
I have the floor,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
I
Correct.
yield. All right, thank you.
Well, no, I didn't mean you. In
No,
particular.
no,
I
no, no,
meant
no, no, no,
everybody.
no, no,
Sorry.
because you brought it up. There are actually a lot of residents that care of gas. I'm particularly voted, but yeah,
That's why I
there's
voted no.
another huge amount in favor of your resolution. That's what I approved the first time. Is there any way you can call a referendum on this on the next election? I don't know. I'm just trying to.
You can't.
You can?
Well, there's a veto on the floor.
Right.
You know, let's do this first, and then if you want to do another ordinance later on or resolution, you can go ahead and do it.
Through the chair,
Yes?
and I'll be brief. Commissioner Joniel Diaz's intent was to have the administration present us with a study. If you remember, Commissioner Joel Diaz presented legislation to have the commission, to have the mayor's office and staff present us with a study, a drainage study on Southwest Fifth Street. We have yet to receive that study. So we don't receive any studies. So anything that we request gets thrown by the wayside. So what you guys are doing, if you guys are voting in favor of the mayor, what you guys are doing is basically supporting the mayor's actions of not giving us not only our due respect, but our position and title, which is to legislate. I mean, do what I do, guys. I can't stand the guy. But if he comes up with something good, I'm going to vote yes. If it's bad, I vote no. With that, I yield.
Okay, let's go and do the veto. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Hold on.
A veto, if it's yes, you say yes for the veto. If it's no, this, right? Mr. Attorney?
Yeah, that's fine. We can
Yeah.
do, generally the term is sustained and overrule. So if you, but we can do yes and no. So
Okay.
yes means yes, you sustain the veto, you're in agreement with the veto. No means you overrule the veto.
Okay.
Okay. Commissioner Saul Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner Ruiz,
So yeah, I'm gonna try to work with Commissioner Diaz if I can. I'm gonna sustain the veto right now, but I like this and I hate it at the same time. Yes, sustain.
Commissioner Villanueva,
No.
Commissioner Joniel Diaz,
No.
Commissioner Ray,
Yes.
President Holt Alonso.
Yes, because I voted no in the ordinance last time. I was the only one that voted no.
It's 4-2.
Madam President,
Yes?
is it possible for us to move up an item? And I only asked to move that item for the Brian Art Foundation because it was presented over 45 days ago, and it actually came before any of these items. So I asked if we can move up the, in order of succession, the putting the $7,000 into.
You wanna start with the item of the, is
Put-
Brian Art Foundation is H? Is that what you wanna move up?
I can't. We have to. We actually have to start with item G to budget the $30,000 first, and then we can do H and H, I, and J.
All your items.
Well, actually, G, H, and I were the ones that have been on the agenda. The last one can wait, J, but I'd respectfully request G, H, and I to be moved up, please.
GHI? Okay, let's move on, G, H, and I. I need a motion from the commission.
I second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you, Madam President.
you're welcome. A resolution of the City of Sweetwater City Commission amending the fiscal year 2020-2021 budget, allowing for $30,000 in annual donations and providing for effective date. Commissioner Villanueva.
Thank you, Madam President. To my colleagues on the commission, if we recall, since 2015, we've allocated roughly $50,000 in donations, and we allocate from that line item to 501c3 not-for-profit organizations that originate here in the city of Sweetwater. This year, during our budget workshop, we decided to go from $50,000 to $30,000, and I specified in the budget workshop that I wanted to allocate $10,000 to the Brian Art Foundation and $10,000 to the Lil Abner Foundation, as we do every year, leaving $10,000 to any other organization that anybody, whatever. But that was our intent. I remember that being a general consensus of the commission. Unfortunately, it was left out of the budget for whatever reason, and I'm asking for those $30,000 to be placed back on the budget and that line item donations.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Second that item if it was moved back from.
So
Mr.
move.
To the chair for a second. Where are we gonna get this money from, Marcus? The budget is already.
Well, remember something.
And I'm with you.
Sure.
Okay, because we did the budget, and I remember talking about these items, and I think we all decided to go ahead and get all that.
Right. So right now we have money in reserves. Right now, roughly, I know how much we have, but believe it or not, the mayor's office and the finance department refused to actually give me actual numbers. They're telling me that we're having an audit and they don't know. We have a little over $5 million, closer to $7 million in reserves.
I'm sorry, where do you get that number from? I haven't seen that.
Simple. Every time that the finance department gives us a finance report, right? I actually read that report. So I went back from all the way when I began being a commissioner in 2017 to year to date. I looked at how much money came in, monies that we didn't spend, and that's how I came up with the number. For example, in 2015, we increased the millage to 4.5 mils, which is a $4.4 million increase, but we only spent $3.2 million.
Okay, so I'm sorry to cut you off, but what you're saying is, based on your numbers, we probably have $7 million?
Probably.
Roughly, 7? Is that what you're saying? 'Cause I haven't seen that number.
Well, I haven't seen it either. It's the problem. I've been asking for it. I've asked for several public records requests through our CCing our city attorney and our city clerk, and I'm getting back, well, we don't have that information yet. And obviously they have to give us the information. It's just a game being played. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think $30,000 is going to break the city bank.
No.
Although I do respect the fact that you're being frugal with the city's money, with the residents' money. But this is something that is a direct action legislation that's going directly to not-for-profit organizations that are actually helping. And you've seen what the Brian R. Foundation's done. You've seen what the Little Admiral Foundation's done. So I ask respectfully that this item be approved without any impediment whatsoever.
Through the chair.
So I'll move it.
Yes, go ahead.
I was looking at these, at the numbers also, and I not 100% agreeing with Commissioner Diaz. My idea, if I could come up with an idea, is if we could skip using the taxpayer money on this point, would it be hard to ask us to actually go on foundation for them? Do like a funding weekend and maybe get the money for them?
So let me explain the reason why using our actual city dollars functions. Number one, this is a 501c3 here in the city of Sweetwater. For not-for-profit, it's a not-for-profit organization for autism and special needs. Right now, as far as county dollars, state dollars, there's very few money. So what do they use this money for? Free art classes, music classes, and dance classes for children with autism and special needs. Not only that, just this weekend alone, they had a food drive at Sweetwater Elementary. 2 weeks prior, they were having a food drive. They've had a food drive every single week during COVID, and they've given out close to 4,000 boxes of food. They've come to my events, every single one of my events, and I've given out $35,000 boxes of food. It's unsurmountable what they do. So it's a direct effect to our residents. Not to mention the foundation that has people that aren't residents, but these are people with special needs that are our most vulnerable people. So I understand what you're saying.
No, I
This is
just
something that-
understand. I'm just trying to see if we could, because there's maybe some. I'm not saying all or any would be against it. I would.
I'm all for it, and I think we
I
can do
would
that on
love
top
to
of
do
it.
it, and I would take out of my personal time and with everyone, and see if we could actually go ahead and do it ourselves and
I'm all
help
for it.
them out directly.
I'm all for it, and I think that we can do that on top of what this $10,000 is. This $10,000 is very needed for this foundation, and I'll explain.
Might be able to get more than that if we do it on our own.
Well, understand that I do fundraising, and so does the foundation. The foundation does fundraising every single day. I mean, there's no employees. It's just 100 kids with Down syndrome and autism.
I totally understand.
So
That's
every
why-
single day there's fundraising. But this is something that we did last year. We've done for the last 2 years, and I want to do it again.
Okay,
Through the
is
chair.
there a motion?
Through the chair.
Yes.
Mr. City Attorney, your opinion on this legally, can we do that? Can we allocate money right now from the budget that already passed? Can we amend that budget?
Budget revision.
It would be, well, I mean, it would be a budget amendment. You'd have to do a budget amendment. And it depends on whether there are funds or there aren't funds. I mean, I don't have that information as to whether there are funds to do it or there isn't. If there are funds to do it, the commission can do it. A commissioner can amend the budget. If there aren't any funds to do it, then no, the charter says you can't.
Can you guide me in this process? Because according to the city charter, section 5.02 budget amendments, it says A, supplemental appropriations. If during the fiscal year revenues in excess of those estimated in the budget are available for appropriation, the commission by resolution may make supplemental appropriations for the year up to the amount of such excess. Do we have the money?
Okay, so I don't know if we have the money or not. The Florida statute allows Florida statutes, I'd have to give you the number, but it allows the city commission, a governing body, to create procedures in which to allocate funds or not, right? The city of Sweetwater, in its charter, I think it's the one you mentioned, 502 or 503, says that if there are two ways to do it. If there's a shortfall in money, the mayor has to come to the city commission and get some type of approval. If there's a windfall in money, meaning we have more, the commission can do it. So the question becomes, if there is no money to do this, then the commission technically doesn't have the authority to do it. If there is money to do it, then yes.
All right, and we're talking about $30,000.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Okay, there's a motion, right?
Move.
And second was Commissioner Diaz, seconded.
Correct.
Joniel Diaz.
Commissioner Ruiz,
If we have the money, yes.
Commissioner Villanueva,
Yes.
Commissioner Joniel Diaz.
Absolutely yes.
Commissioner Rain,
Again, also, if we do have the money, yes.
Commissioner Saul Diaz,
Yes, if they had the money, yes.
President Holt Alonso.
I say no because I already asked and they don't have any money.
Okay.
And the mayor said that he's the only one who can put money into the budget right now. Because we already approved the budget.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's news to me.
And also, I mean, the vote on it's really like a conditional yes. So, I mean, you really can't, you know, it's either yes or no. I mean, I don't like, so what happens now? Okay, there was, I think, 3 conditional yeses.
Right.
What if there is no money?
I already asked and there's no money.
And they lied to you.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, that is my question. What if they don't have the money? Are they gonna get it? Or this is gonna be the same thing that happened about a year ago with the another non-profit organization that came here and they get the money. I don't think they'll ever get it.
Through the chair.
Go ahead, I'll give you the floor.
Through the chair.
Yes?
When we passed the budget, the first thing the mayor did was allocate over $100,000 for vehicles. Out of, the budget was already finished, and there was a budget revision for $100,000 for cars. And now we're not gonna have money? Listen to me. Again, we have the money.
I was showing the books.
Through the chair, Mike.
I can't give you the floor. Go ahead, I yield.
Thank you, Woody. Let me ask you, Marcos, when was the last time you've been to the finance department? Have you talked to them about how much money they have? Because I'm gonna go tomorrow, I'm gonna ask that $7 million that you said we have, and I wanna see.
This is very simple, all right? Well, first and foremost.
'Cause I never heard that number before.
yeah, first
So
and
I'm
foremost.
asking you, when was the last time you were
Right,
at the?
and first and foremost, just to verify, the item passed, correct, Madam Clerk?
Yes.
Good. So item passed.
All right, hold on.
Wait, you know, hold on. That conditional yes, you guys. The
Is
rules,
it a
Robert's
yes
rules-
or no?
All right,
Yes,
I'm
yes or-
pulling,
yes
I'm
or
pulling
no?
my conditional yes to a yes.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah,
Should I do? Should we do?
yeah, I'll pull it to a yes. It's not gonna
Just
make
the
any
ones that
difference.
had the conditional yes.
Yes.
So you got a yes, yes, and then Commissioner Ray.
Rain.
Commissioner Reagan, you say,
Reagan,
again
yes.
out loud?
I'll say yes.
Okay,
Yes,
all right, so
okay.
now you got a yes.
Through the chair?
Yes?
Okay. Guys, do you remember when I sat here and I asked the mayor, Mr. Mayor, how much do you think we have in reserves? He goes, about 3.2.
That's
right? And how long was that? A month? And in a month, we spent $3.2 million in reserves. So there's your answer. The mayor said we have $3.2 million in reserves a month ago. I know that it's a lie. It's more than double.
Commissioner Villanueva?
So if he said that we have $3.2 million, he said it, you heard it, right?
No, I saw it.
How can we not afford $30,000? That's what I'm trying to explain. There are more games that they're playing.
Marcos, I'm with you. I like this organization. I was with them on Saturday. I was there. I saw it on first hand.
We're not talking about liking or not. We all like the organization.
Yes.
We're talking about the money.
That's what I'm saying.
And I came here and I asked to show me the money.
Did you hear the
There's
mayor?
no money.
Did you hear the mayor a month ago when he said there's $3.2 million in reserves? So was he wrong a month ago?
Yeah, but I don't wanna take it from reserve. It has to be budgeted into the
No,
budget.
ma'am. This is a budget revision. A budget revision
Budget amendment.
means
Well,
a budget
a
revision,
budget
sir.
revision.
A budget revision
They're
means,
not gonna do it.
but budget revision means that it goes from reserves back onto the budget,
Through the chair.
Sure.
amending the budget.
Through the chair.
Yes,
We did budget for this. They just chose not to put the monies in there.
we didn't approve it.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
No.
Yes, we did. And when the
were
final one
going-
came out,
We were having a workshop, and it was not approved. The workshops, we don't approve anything. We can allocate money from here, but we never approved it.
and we absolutely allocated the funds to it, and it's on YouTube. We absolutely, during that workshop, we absolutely did it. And they didn't provide any revision to it up until the day that we had to go vote on it. And that is when we discovered, hey, lo and behold, it was pulled from the budget.
But the last budget,
Correct,
you guys approved it.
Because we were up against the clock, there was no way to turn it down and go back, because if not, we're gonna be in violation of the state statutes for turning in a budget. So
Well,
we
I'm just
told them to
telling
put the
you
money
that
in, and they didn't do it.
It's nothing against them.
Mhm.
We can all help them in another way. It's just that there's no money. And I don't know how the city's gonna give you the money to put the $30,000 back in the budget.
They're not giving me the money,
But, no, I'm saying because you presented it.
right,
So I wanna know how we gonna get the $30,000.
from reserves.
Okay, can you tell the administration? Well, you guys say yes.
Yeah, you know what, let's ask the administration. Mr. Mayor? Oh, that's right, he's not here.
Finance
You know what, let's ask staff. Hey, staff? Oh, that's right, staff's not here either. And nobody finds that offending or offensive?
Actually, that's in violation of an ordinance that was passed. but
Come on,
ordinance or
guys,
resolution
let's
that was
stop playing
passed.
games, man.
Well, okay, let's go to the other one.
Through the chair.
So this one passed, the G passed? Yes?
Through the chair.
Yes.
Great. I have a question for you. Is it a resolution or an ordinance that the previous commission passed regarding that there was requirement from the administration to have city staff present so they can answer questions?
Yep.
I don't remember. I mean, I can look into it, Commissioner. I honestly, off the top of my head, I remember that being thrown around. I know that Commissioner Villanueva, is it in this meeting that you're putting an item of the referendum?
Yes.
You have a referendum?
Yes, it's on this side. It's
It's
on
on
this
yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, so I believe there's something to that effect. I don't want to commit off the top of my head. I can definitely look into it and tell you, or I can start maybe going through stuff and later through the meeting
It
figure out
was
the
it
answers.
was put forward by Commissioner Suarez. It was
Suarez
passed.
was before my time.
Exactly. I'm letting you know.
Okay.
He's the one that put it in because of his frustration with this exact same scenario.
Okay.
We have questions. We can send it to him by email. Most of the time, we
It's
don't
not
get
an ordinance.
responses.
It's definitely not an ordinance because I would know an
Okay,
ordinance.
so it's a resolution.
Yeah, if it exists, it would be a resolution.
We can send emails. We don't get emails in return. So the only other available option that we have is to ask questions here, and they're not present, with the exception of George Vera. Thank you very much for always being here. Thumbs up, George. You're doing great.
He knows.
But I know there's a resolution, and the city administration is constantly in violation of it.
Let me look for that resolution, and
Thank you.
I can point it out to the administration.
Okay, H, a resolution of the Sweetwater City Commission authorizing a donation to the Brian Sar Foundation and providing for effective date. Commissioner Villanueva.
I already spoke about this item. I don't think I need to beat a dead horse. I move this item.
Move.
There's
Second?
a second by
Commissioner
Johnny
Diaz.
Diaz.
Commissioner Diaz.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
How much is it? I'm sorry, to the chair.
I believe it's the max allowable donation that we have to give. It's $10,000.
It's $10,000, right?
Commissioner Villanueva,
Yes.
Commissioner Jonel Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner Ray,
Through the chair, real quick. This will come out of the
30,000.
the 30,000 we
Just approved.
It's a yes.
Commissioner Saul Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner Ruiz,
Yes, ma'am.
President Holt Alonso,
I say no because there's no money, and I keep saying it. There's no money because I sat down with the finance director, and I don't know what's gonna happen. Again, it's not nothing against you guys. It's just I know what's gonna happen. Okay, a resolution of the Sweetwater City Commission authorizing a donation to Little Abner Foundation and providing for effective date. Commissioner Villanueva.
This is the same premise. Labner Foundation has been with us for years. They have 250 kids in their organization. The majority of these kids, I think out of the 250, 200 are residents of the city of Sweetwater. They do free Taekwondo, free archery, free tutoring, free SAT prep, free after school care, free food, everything's free. So it's a direct service to our residents, and I ask that my colleagues move this item and pass it without hesitation. I move this item.
Second.
Okay. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Jonel Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner Ray,
Also comes out of the 30,000, correct?
Yes.
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 Commissioner Saul Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner Ruiz,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva,
Yes.
President Holt Alonso.
No,
Okay.
because of
It's
the
5
same
to
thing.
1.
Yeah. Okay. An ordinance of the City of Sweetwater City Commission adopting Article 11 Public Charter School Facilities of Chapter 33 of Miami-Dade County Code as further amended and amending Article 4, creating Section 4.09 entitled Public Charter School Facilities, providing for a repealing clause, providing for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date. First reading, Mayor Lopez. Jorge Vera.
Good evening, Commissioners. This ordinance is coming before you since we are going to be getting some charter schools in the city, and we don't have no regulations for those charter schools. So basically, what this ordinance is create a section in the code that addresses charter schools when
Move.
they come in.
Second.
Oh.
Okay.
Through the chair.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Before we continue with the motion, guys.
I pull my motion.
Thank you. I was going through this, George. I just want to make sure because, and like I know that when I spoke to you, I asked you about like the limitations, and I just want to make sure. On section 4.09.03, limitations on the siting of public charter school facilities, except as provided in subsection C below. The following new charter school facilities and the expansion of such facilities shall be located inside the UDB and spaced from the UDB as follows. Now I just want to make sure, because for whatever reason, I know that you told me that there's some that are coming down the pipe, but if a charter school wants to do something, let's say in the north area, between Flagler and 25th Street, with this subsection, they're technically excluded from being there, correct?
No, not necessarily. This is that's telling you that you cannot have one within a quarter of a mile of the UDB. And right now, the UDB is about, from Sweetwater, is about close to a mile away,
Okay.
going west of the turnpike. And this, I left it on there because of probably in the near future, we might need to use this quarter of a mile.
But what I'm getting at is subsection B says such facilities shall be located inside the UDB.
Yeah,
Does that-
everything will be inside the UDB.
But what I'm saying, what if somebody wants to be outside the UDB?
No,
Why not?
you can't, because you can't. You're gonna have to go through a comp plan amendment, you're gonna have to go through the county for the comp plan amendment at the county.
But if they want to do it, why not?
They could do it, they could go ahead and ask for it, but they're gonna have to change the UDB line.
Oh, so it would have to comply
Yeah,
regardless of
you
the-
have to
okay.
change everything.
That's fine. Finally, so I believe.
Okay, anybody else?
Yeah, through the chair.
Yes.
George, are you, is this the same thing as the county?
It's basically mimicking the counties.
Same, similar
Yeah,
to
it doesn't change
almost
much
side to
because these kind of schools have their own regulations, especially for building and all that.
So
They kinda follow.
we didn't have any code or anything on?
Nothing,
Nothing,
nothing.
okay.
Remember, I think we picked up one, and that was the one that's gonna be taken down on 112th.
Yeah, that's on the other side by the
Yeah,
Dolphin.
that was the counties, right.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll move it.
any motion?
I'll move it.
I think Marcos was the one that put the motion.
And he seconded.
He temporarily excused himself, so I'll move it.
Okay, Commissioner Janelle Diaz moves, second.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Ray,
Yes.
Commissioner Saul Diaz.
Yes.
Commissioner Briggs,
Thank you, George. Yes.
Commissioner Janelle Diaz,
Yes.
President Holtz Alonso.
Yes.
Okay, it passes.
Okay, an ordinance of the City of Sweetwater City Commission amending Chapter 54 Solid Waste, Articles 2, Collection, Division 1, Section 54-26, Placement of Containers for Collection, and Section 54-27, Location of Commercial Containers, providing for a repealer clause, providing for its availability clause, and providing for an effective date. First reading, Mayor Lopez, Jorge Vera.
Yes, this is just an existing section in the code that didn't have any mustard to it. And since the city incorporated new areas, we didn't address those areas. And basically what this is for the placement of the containers within, you've seen them within the walls and stuff like that, so it won't be seen from the street. It was very vague in the current code, and it didn't address the areas as far as the industrial areas and stuff like that that I've been getting in the northern section of
Move.
and the multifamily also didn't address it too
Second.
much.
Okay, who moved?
Moved by
Commissioner
Diaz
Diaz,
Diaz.
and second by Commissioner
Is there a
Villanueva.
second?
Second by me.
Commissioner Villanueva.
Okay, roll call.
So, Commissioner Saul Diaz.
Yes.
Commissioner Ruiz,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva,
Yep.
Commissioner Janelle Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner Ray,
Yes.
President Holtz Alonso.
Yes.
It passes on first reading.
E, an ordinance of the City of Sweetwater City Commission amending Article 5, accessory structures, Section 5.03, storage buildings, patios, utility buildings, carport, greenhouses of the land development regulations, provided for a repeated clause, provided for a severability clause, and providing for an effective date. First reading, Mayor Lopez, Jorge Vera.
Yeah, this is something that's been coming up with a couple of properties here in the city, and we didn't have any basic regulations for it. And these are the little pods that people kind of rent to, sometimes they're remodeling the inside of their house, and they need to take the furniture out and, or whatever they're doing, and they rent those pods and they put them outside for X amount of time. There was no regulations for the time, there was no regulations for the setback or the distances from the property, or there was no regulations at all, and this will give you some regulations on these pods.
Through the chair.
Yes.
What's being changed? What are the regulations being added?
Basically, what's being added is that they need to provide us with, there's several things. Either to have one of those pods outside under C1, the homeowner has to have a permit, a valid permit, conducting work in the interior, or using the mini pod for some personal items, some furniture that they need to move out, the height of it, the time that is allowed, It's a minimum fee of $85 for the pod to pull the permit. At least we have a record of what's out there for code enforcement purposes. Also restricting that no mechanical or plumbing or electrical be placed on these pods, because sometimes they leave those pods there and people start using them for other things.
Let me stop you. So let me get this straight. If somebody's performing a renovation of their home,
Mhm.
they obviously pull the permit.
Some permits don't, some renovations don't need to be, okay, I see where you're going.
Now they need to pull an additional permit for the pod?
So then the permit for the pod, so we do have a record.
I find that ridiculous.
Okay.
Completely, nothing against you. I think that is,
But
if I can finish, I don't find that efficient at all. If we want to have a placement of the pod from the side, for distance from the sidewalk, you know, making sure that it's not blocking a sidewalk for safety purposes, but now we're asking for an additional tariff or an additional fee. It makes it that much more difficult for a resident to conduct a renovation of their home.
okay,
So I am completely against this item unless you can change unless I'm going outside of the box here.
no, you're.
Am I
correct.
tracking?
I think if we could reword this, that if somebody pulls a permit for interior work and they need to use a pod, that permit covers the pod
Through the chair.
without having to pull another permit.
Let me just finish.
And then, however, if you just, putting a pod out there because and without a permit, I think there should be some type of guidelines or something, or some fee for that pod without a permit.
I thank you, George.
You understand what I'm
Thank you for explaining it. I'm completely against this item, 1,000%. We're making it extremely difficult for our residents to conduct a renovation. I'll give you a perfect example. If in my backyard I want to go ahead and take out all the trees from my backyard, I don't need to pull a permit to take out trees from my backyard. But I need to pull a permit for a pod? I think that's counterproductive. I think that's a hindrance for the residents, not to mention residents trying to better their property value. Now here comes code enforcement to tag them. I'm not with that. I'm completely against it, and with that I yield.
Commissioner, with all due respect, if you knock down trees within your house, you're supposed to pull a permit.
If I knock down trees in my backyard?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
thank you.
you could be knocking down some trees that are protected.
Thank
We
you,
don't
but
know.
I can knock down trees and pull a permit, but I don't need an additional permit for a pod. I think that's counterproductive, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Through the chair. Yeah, I have a problem with that too. What about another scenario that you were doing whatever, or you're getting new furniture and you put it outside? It's ridiculous to me. I'm not with it. That's another permit. I really don't like this.
So,
I don't like it.
so let's say, does the commission, we have to monitor, because then you're gonna have pods sitting in people's yard without no regulations at all, and then we're gonna be getting complaints, and the commission's gonna be getting complaints. So how do we regulate it so that we have some control over these pods?
George, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm out there in the street every single day. If I see one of those containers, maybe one or two.
That's it.
And then they don't last that much, because nobody wants to have that big box in front of the house. If they have it there for a reason, it's basically just to don't have to go to the to rent a storage.
That's fine,
We got enough with what we have. I don't like this item,
that's
to
fine.
be honest with you.
Through the chair.
Done. Yeah, thank you.
Anybody else?
Through the chair.
Yes.
Kind of want to echo what Commissioner Villanueva said. As far as setback distance, okay, fine. But it would have to be something that says, hey, like all this other stuff. Seriously, if somebody wants to paint their house and they don't want their brand new furniture getting damaged, so they put it in a pot really quick, they paint the house, and they bring everything back in. Let's say for whatever reason the paint takes a little bit longer. Maybe they want to get a little fancy with the paint, so they bring in somebody's specialty. Let's say it's there for a month, 30 days. If you want to do the whole setback thing, like, hey, you go out there with a tape measure, you say, hey, from the sidewalk, 10 feet in. Hey, it's not 10 feet, you're in violation, the fee is $85, unless you can correct it. There, okay, fine. But I mean, like this right here, I'm not in agreement. I know what you're saying, that it's kind of hard to put teeth to it, because now somebody who wants to do any sort of fixing or painting inside their house, they have to come to the city, pull a permit, that where they normally wouldn't need a permit to paint their house. Now they gotta come in, paint, pay $85, pull a permit, just to let code enforcement know, hey, I'm gonna be putting a pot out here. It's a little weird for me. Like, I know what you're trying to do, especially with the whole setback thing, and I agree. Even though I think 10 feet, given a lot of the properties that we have here from the property line, 10 feet, that's, I mean, if somebody wants to put a 16-foot pod in their house or in their front yard for whatever reason, and now they gotta leave it 10 feet behind the sidewalk, I don't know many houses in the city that have 26 feet to spare and still have entrance space into the pod, unless they go through the sidewalk and come in.
Or put it in the backyard.
So I'm just saying, it's
No,
a
follow.
little weird for me.
I follow.
Okay, anybody else?
Nope.
Okay, do I have a motion for this ordinance?
Nope.
Okay, so the
Motion
ordinance
dies. Thank you.
dies. Nobody wants to present it. Okay, F, an ordinance of the City of Sweetwater, Florida, amending the Code of Ordinance, Chapter 18, Article 6, Division 1, Section 2-213, to increase the commissioner's discretionary account to $7,000 and to provide an effective day of the ordinance and effective day for the approved amendment. First reading, Commissioner Villanueva.
This is something that was discussed during the budget workshops. For those watching on TV, every year each commissioner gets $5,000 assigned to their discretionary fund. Because of COVID, I know I went through my discretionary fund immediately. I'd be surprised if any commissioner here had any funds before October. I think everybody went through their funds completely. Now our residents need our assistance more than ever. These discretionary funds cannot be just, hey, let me just give you money because you're my friend. It has to be specific. A light bill, water bill, helping residents directly. And I think in these times, our residents need it. It's $2,000. It's an additional $14,000. So I hope that my colleagues on the commission approve this item without any impediment.
Move.
I second. Or
Roll
move.
call, Madam Clerk. Did you get it? It was moved by
Yes, and
Commissioner
Commissioner,
Diaz
and Commissioner
second.
Villanueva second
Yeah.
the motion, yes. Commissioner Ruiz?
I think our residents need that money. We don't need that money that much, but our residents are really in need, so it's gonna be a yes for me.
Commissioner Villanueva?
Yes.
Commissioner Jonel Diaz?
Yes.
Commissioner Ray?
We're gonna no.
No. Commissioner Saul Diaz?
Yes.
President Holt Alonso?
A no for me.
Okay. It passes 4-2.
Okay. A resolution of the Commission of the City of Sweetwater submitting to the electors of Sweetwater a proposed amendment to the charter of the city at the regular city election to be held May 11, 2021, amending city charter to require the mayor to attend the city commission meetings and be subject to the removal provision of the City of Sweetwater Charter, Chapter 2, Article 2, Section 2-63, for the failure to attend the city commission meetings, providing ballot title, summary, and text for the proposed charter amendment, providing for the call of a referendum election, providing for direction to the city clerk, providing for conflict, severability, codifications, effective day of ordinance, and effective day for the approved amendment. Commissioner Villanueva.
To my colleagues on the commission and to those residents and patrons watching on TV, since I've been a commissioner since 2017, going on 4 years now, I don't know how many times the mayor has not been present for a commission meeting. From the time he got elected, 2015, in 2016, there was a recall attempt, and that's one of the reasons they used. So this is something that's been occurring. In my opinion, I think that this is a very disrespectful act on the part of an elected official refusing to show up to meetings. Not to mention having commissioners on the dais asking questions, and what better way to not answer a question than to not be present. Something as simple as, how much do we have in reserves? We can't ask those questions and get real concrete answers like in every other municipal government in Miami-Dade County. By the way, there's 34 of them. Like in any county in the state of Florida, by the way, there's 66 of them. We are the government. We are the legislative body. We are the chosen voice of the residents and the voters of the city of Sweetwater. It is our job to debate and dialogue and disagree. It's not our job to agree. It's our job to disagree and fight and battle and come up with solutions. But we can't do that if we don't have the information. We can't do that if we don't have the data. Now, if we don't show up to commission meetings, guess what? You miss 2 commission meetings, you could be voted out. The mayor is no special. He's no more special than we. He's a human being just like us. And what this question is basically calling him to the carpet and forcing him to show up to meetings. But more importantly than that, it's putting the question in the hands of the voters. So by you voting yes on this item, you are giving the voters of the city of Sweetwater the opportunity to state whether the mayor should be at the meetings or not be at the meetings. If you vote no, in my opinion, it's because you could care less what happens. I'm telling you flat out. I fully expect everybody on this dais to vote yes and respect the will of the voters of the city of Sweetwater, respect this process, the legislative body of the government of the city of Sweetwater. I ask you to vote yes on this item and send it to the voters in May. With that, I yield.
Move.
And I second the item.
I think we have done pretty good with just us in here.
You don't think we
Okay,
need?
roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Villanueva,
Yes.
Commissioner Joniel Diaz,
Emphatic yes.
Commissioner Ray,
I think we could do this on our own. It's gonna be a no.
Commissioner
Nope.
Commissioner Saul Diaz, no. Commissioner Ruiz,
To be honest, I don't want to see the mayor every day here. I would like to see somebody from actually his administration in order to answer questions.
Finance department.
But the mayor actually no.
Different story.
It's a no.
it's a no. And Commissioner Holt Alonso, President Holt Alonso?
No, I think we're doing pretty good
Okay.
on our own.
No, we'll know. Sometimes we need answers.
That's
We
a
are.
pass.
Well, like I said, when you get your agenda a week before is due, the meeting, you can call the administration, you can call any director.
I can call the administration and he'll pick up. Really?
I think you can. You can call the finance director and sit down with, why are you laughing? It's true.
Okay. Okay.
You wanna come with me?
No,
You see? You don't wanna do it.
that's okay.
To the
But
chair. To the chair.
that's how you get your information.
Commissioner
Because-
Marti.
Commissioner Diaz is
Welcome to
asking,
the circus.
Commissioner Diaz is asking for the
Yes.
chair.
Why does a commissioner have to go with another commissioner to get information?
No, I'm saying because he said that he's laughing.
Because he's attempted it.
Huh?
He's attempted it.
But I said I offered to go with him.
Right, but what I'm saying is he's attempted it and they haven't given him what he's needed. So now you're offering it because obviously maybe when you do it, they do see you and they do attend to you. But we're getting to, that's the whole purpose of this resolution right here, to send it to referendum. Why are we having to go with other commissioners or other people
No,
to get
it's not
information?
that we have to go with another commission. He was just laughing and I said, if you want to, I'll go with you. Because he
Very
said he
easily
will,
broken.
they attend
Right,
to me.
under the premise of it's easy for me to get
Have
this
a good night, folks.
information.
Huh? What happened?
That's
Have a
fine.
good night.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the sideshow. Make sure you take his Xanax.
Okay, did we finish this ordinance?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
It didn't pass.
it didn't pass?
No.
Okay. I put no. Okay, reports, police and code enforcement report.
what, police report is not attached.
Yes, that's been sent through email. But I can get you an attached copy if you guys
Now,
want.
we're gonna
Okay.
start getting everything on, through emails now. Parks and Recreation report. Maintenance Department report. City Attorney report.
No report.
No report. Mayor's report. Commissioners report.
Yeah, I got
Through the
something. Through the chair.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Sorry.
Soldi.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to tell the residents out there that we're gonna do this year the Christmas lights. The number to call to
My number.
register,
Yes.
Carmen at 305-221-0411.
And ask for me.
And ask for Carmen. Este año vamos a hacer las luces de Christmas, el evento. Si están interesados, por favor llamen a Carmen al 305-221-0411.
When
That's-
would be
This
the
is
date?
going to be like in
We're gonna
December.
start the flyers.
Yeah, we're going to send the
tomorrow,
flyers.
so
Vamos a mandar
we're gonna
un
start,
Yeah, but-
flyer.
Have you chosen a date?
No,
No,
not
not
yet.
yet,
Not
Not yet,
No.
not yet.
Okay, so next meeting?
Next meeting, I'm going to go ahead and say it.
And say it?
Yes.
Okay. This is just to get ready.
Yes.
Mhm. And have flyers
Through
in
the chair.
place.
Yes.
Not really a commissioner's report, but for me, all these reports, I would still like to get them in paper.
In paper?
Yeah.
You wanna get the reports on paper?
Thank you.
Anybody else on commissioners report?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Elderly Services Program report, Special Project report, Building and Zoning report.
It's attached.
He-
Yeah, it's in there. It's attached.
Yes, it is attached.
Finance report, City Clerk's report.
It's
No, let's go back.
City
Why?
Clerk,
It is attached.
Through the chair. Let's go back because
where you wanna go back?
to the
Finance report.
finance report.
Finance report.
Why isn't it present?
Finance is not here.
Did you get it through email? Did you get it through email?
No.
No?
Was it sent to me? It didn't come from Carmen.
Do you know if it
Or
was
Ray.
sent through email? No? We'll ask. City Clerk's report,
It is attached, the passport report.
Human Resources report, unfinished business, new business, good order. This meeting is adjourned.
Motion?
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.